Hello and welcome to Akshu's Kitchen. Today we will see how to prepare appam, for which we will need the following ingredients to prepare approximately 10 to 12 appams. 2 cups of raw rice, 25 grams of coconut pieces or 2 tablespoons of grated coconut, either the fresh or the frozen one. To know how to get coconut pieces, you can watch the tip on how to get coconut pieces and coconut water in Akshu's Kitchen channel. 50 ml of coconut water, 1.5 teaspoon of salt and 1 small piece of banana. First, I am going to soak the rice in 4 cups of water for about 2 hours, and then I am going to grind it into a paste along with the other ingredients. Before that, I am going to take half a cup of rice from it separately and keep it aside. So half cup from the 2 cups of rice, and the remaining 1.5 cup rice I am going to grind. So in a mixer or a blender, I am going to take the 1.5 cups of soaked rice and add the coconut pieces or the grated coconut to it, and I am going to add about 1.5 inch of banana to this. So this banana I am using to get some smoothness for the appam. Cut it into small pieces and add it with the rice, and then I am going to grind it first without any water. I have just crushed the rice and coconut, and now I am going to add the 50 ml of coconut water to it. This coconut water and coconut helps in fermenting the dough, and now you can see it is grinded, but it is very thick, so I am going to add some water. Also, it is not very fine, it is a little bit coarse, so I am adding another 100 ml of water to it and grind it again until it is smooth in texture. Now you can see it is very smooth, and the consistency also it is perfect. It should be neither loose nor very thick, so that is the right consistency. Now keep this batter aside. Next, coming to the remaining half cup of rice, I am going to grind it into a coarse powder in another blender or mixer. Need not grind it very finely, just a coarse texture is enough like this. So I am going to transfer this into a pan, and if there are any lumps, I am going to crush it well with my hands, and then to this I am going to add around about half a liter, that is 500 ml of water, and dissolve the rice completely, the coarsely grounded rice completely in the water, and then I am going to put this on stove on low to medium flame, the lowest possible flame, and you have to keep on stirring it continuously because rice flour tends to settle down. So even if you take your hands out for a single second, the rice flour will settle down and it will start to form lumps at the bottom. So to avoid that, you have to keep on stirring it. Now I have been stirring this continuously for about 3 to 4 minutes, and you can see it has started to thicken. So you can see lumps forming. So this is the perfect stage. If you don't stir it, it will form big lumps rather than the smooth texture like this. I am switching it off, and even after switching it off, the heat in the pudding itself is enough to thicken it more, so it will tend to thicken even more. So you have to stop the stove a little bit more before the required consistency. You can see even after switching, I have got it into a thick cream. It was smooth when I was switching it, now it has become very thick. This is the correct consistency. Now allow it to cool down. It should not be hot, even lukewarm. It should cool down completely. After it has cooled down, you can see it will be thick like this. To this, I am going to add the grinded rice flour mixture. If you want, you can also add another 100 ml of water to this. At this stage, I have added another 100 ml because it is too thick. So you will not get the right appam the next day. So mix it well thoroughly so that the rice flour and the pudding has incorporated well. They are combined well thoroughly. You can see it will be very smooth and creamy like this. So if you want any dilution, this is the correct stage. You can do it now itself. The next day it will not be possible. It will ruin the appam. So any correction has to be done now. You can see the texture now. Transfer it to the another bowl and allow it to ferment for 12 hours if you are in a warm place. Add the 1.5 teaspoon of salt and mix well. If you are in a cool place, it will require at least 24 hours. Or if you want it in overnight, you can put it in a warm oven or near the heater and it will ferment in 12 hours. So after 24 hours, my dough or my batter is fermented. You can see it is very creamy like a yogurt and it is very thick now. So for appam, it should be even more dilute consistency. So I am going to add a little bit of water to this. First I am going to transfer it to another bowl and just I am going to put some water like this, clean the bowl and add it, that's all. Don't add too much of water, it will spoil the appam. And now our batter is ready. You need a appam pan like this. To this appam pan I am going to pour a spoon of batter and then I am going to tilt it like this so that it spreads all over the pan and close it with the lid until it cooks. This is one method. Another method is I just pour the batter from all the sides and if there is any gap in the middle, I fill it. This is another way of myself preparing the appam. So either case, close it with the lid and cook it until it is done. It will take just a minute and now your appam is ready. Serve with any curry of your choice. Chicken and mutton curry are the best combination for appam. If you don't have a appam pan, you can also use the normal round pan or saucepan frying pan. Try it and you will really like it. Thank you for watching Akshu's Kitchen.